Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. It's Celisa coming to you from Beautifully Me and You. And today I thought I'd take you guys along as I budget for my second June paycheck. That's right. I like to pre-budget my paycheck right before my check deposits when I already know the amount, just so that I can have an idea of how much on payday I'll need to go pull out of the bank and what denominations. Now, a little bit about me. I am a registered nurse. So if you know anything about nursing, there's always additional hours available. And for this check, I did go ahead and pick up some overtime. And so I have some extra funds that I'll need to allocate over and above what I stated in my previous kind of projected budget video. I am a single mom of 3. I have one grown child who's out of the house and then 2 younger children who you constantly see me saving for. This time I'm going to be breaking down exactly what I'm going to pay with my nursing check, including overtime, and then planning out exactly how much cash I'll need to withdraw out of the bank. And if that sounds like something that interests you, then let's get right into the video. Now, the book that I've been using to do my budgeting and keep up with it is the Easy Cash Budget Planner, and it's for cash budgeting with sinking funds and cash envelopes. So if you have those, this can make it fairly easy for you. I do have this book linked down below in my Amazon storefront, so if you're interested in this book, check it out down there, okay? I'm going to be using the Sharpie pen in order to do my budgeting. So the first thing is I did do a projected budget where I was estimating that my income would be about $1,700 for the month. I don't bring my exact income on here, but after I have some money go to savings and 401k and also pay my mortgage, I expected to have about $2,700 extra. And I always ask for this or something better. Trust me, this time I worked extra hard with a lot of overtime in my nursing job, and so I did receive something better. All right. The next page is what I actually budgeted last pay period, but I did not bring this on camera just because by the time I got paid, I was really planning on working some overtime shifts and I wanted to get the cash stuffing out to you guys. So out of that check, after I had some go to savings and some to my 401k, then I had a balance left of about $1,600 that I can do this budgeting with. And so I just flipped between this page, which was the projected, and marked down what bills that I actually be paying out of the pay period and out of my first pay period. And I listed those amounts here and then listed my cash envelopes. I did have some money go towards my youngest son went out of town. So I had some money extra and I put that towards his trip. I also listed all of my sinking funds, which was in my last cash stuffing video, and also $100 towards giving. That zeroed out this check, and so that check has actually already been taken care of and already been completed. What we're going to be working on today is the next paycheck that's coming up, and what I want to do is write an amount that I'm going to have after my mortgage is paid and after some is taken for savings and 401k, and that is going to be about $3,300. So when I tell you guys, God came through and gave me some energy to go in there and do some overtime shifts in my nursing job. He came through. So now that I have $3,300 to work with, I need to plan out how I'm going to be allocating those funds. And that means in total, this month I had $3,300 plus $1,600, which is $4,900. And I expected to have at least $2,700. So I'm about $2,200 over, of which I will need to find a place to put those funds. So the first thing I always do is fill in this box of any bills that are due. And I have a list of what I did not pay off of the projected list. So I need to transfer all of those amounts over. So let me start by doing that. I have my stream gas bill, and that one is $93. I have my water bill, and that one is $67. I paid all those. I have LLC, which I want to pay $130. And I'm gonna put check marks here just to say that I accounted for them on one of my sheets. And then I have lawn, which is $80, but I put a check mark and put a 1 because I paid half of it. So I'm gonna put another 1 to say I paid the other half. So lawn will be 40. That's my gardener cuts it every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks I just pay out of every check $40. All right, so that is the total for that. That's all the bills that I have to pay out of this check. So let's go ahead and add all of those up. All right, so we have 93 plus 60, wait a minute, plus 67 plus 130 and 40. So that'll be $330 in bills that I have to pay. This was 3,300 minus 330. So that'll be 3,300 minus 330. And that'll be $2,970 that I still have remaining. And then I want to go ahead and do the other portions of my cash envelopes. And I'm not going to allocate too much extra to these areas. I do have for grocery, I was supposed to spend $300 total and only did $100 last pay period. Grocery. Come on, lady. All right, so I'm going to put another $200 towards grocery. And then gas always gets $80. And then for myself, I was taking $50 per pay period. And I did have fund money down for another $100, but my son went out of town, so I'll just half that and only take fund money of $50. Okay, so I put $200 for groceries, $80 for gas, $50 for myself, and $50 for fund money. And that is pretty much in line with what I projected for the month. Once I add it to what I've already taken out from the first pay period. The only difference is the fund money. I only took $50, but that's because I used $60 towards my son's trip last time. So we'll go ahead and add up that area next. And that's gonna be 200 plus 80 plus 50 and 50. And that'll be $380. And we're going to take the $2,970 and subtract $380. And that'll be $2,590. All right, next I want to put some money towards giving. So I'm going to put $200 towards giving. So we know that that's going to be minus 200. That'll be $2,390 that I need to allocate towards this area here. Okay, so now I'm just gonna write down all my sinking funds, and we know we have $2,390 to work with. This will be 200. So let me just list all of my sinking funds out. Okay, so now that I have them all listed out, I need to allocate this money, and I'm going to use the calculator to do so. And I want to kind of glance at what I was supposed to do in these areas. I know that half of what I was supposed to have is about $360. And if I spent the $390 on the regular funds, then I'd have an extra $2,000 to go towards something else. So that's how I'm gonna work it. I'm gonna put the $390 towards our regular amounts, and then I'll put $2,000 towards emergency. And mind you, this is all up to you. If you have extra funds, you can decide if you wanna pay ahead a bill, or if you want to add extra money to your sinking funds, or take out more in cash envelopes. Like, there's so many ways that you can do it. Apply more towards giving. There's so much that you can do. And I don't really have a specific reason to be working overtime other than just to save additional money. And right now, nursing overtime is mwah, chef's kiss, okay? It's just really easy to pick up extra shifts and they're paying great. So I decided I wanted to do it to try to bulk up my emergency fund. So I already know that I'm gonna put whatever the other half of this was, which was $50, plus I'm gonna put the $2,000 into emergency fund. So we'll go ahead and put that 20, 50 in emergency fund. And then the rest of the bills should be pretty similar. And if there's anything left over, I'm gonna move it over to investments. So half of Janae's will be $25 for Janae, $25 for Jace. Boss will be 25, household will be 40, and it'll be similar to what's right here because this is half, these were half amounts. They came up to 363. So we're gonna go ahead and copy these. 25 for boss, 40 for household, 20 for medical, 25 for Gingy, 50 for Christmas, 20 for birthdays, 25 for car, 25 for clothing, 25 for travel. I didn't put anything into investments, and so let's add this up and subtract it from the $23.90, and that should be the difference. Oh, I added $8 into my dollar challenge. I think my check last time ended with an 8. We'll just copy that again. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add up this column. $363, which is the $363 other half, the same way that I had it last pay period, plus an extra $2,000 to go towards the emergency funds. So that $2363, and I have $2390. $2390 minus $2363, and that'll be $27 that I'll put. You know what? I might put the 7 towards the challenge. I'll put $15 here, and I'll put $20 towards investments. So all of this should add up with the extra 7 going towards the dollar challenge and the investments getting 20. That will be $23.90. And so when we add all of these pieces up, it should add up to the $3,300 that I have allocated to spend this pay period. All right, $330 for the bills, $380 for the cash envelopes, $23.90. Oops. Wait, let's see. $330 for the bills, $380 for the cash envelopes, $23.90 for the sinking funds, and $200 for giving, and that's a total of $3,300. So I'm just gonna fill this out here. The income that we're working with is $3,300. The cash envelopes was $380. The bills, I'm gonna put that under debt repayment, is $330. The sinking funds is $23.90, and $200 for savings. All right, so that brings us to a zero balance. Every single time that I work overtime in my nursing job, I'm gonna allocate it towards my emergency fund. I really have been thinking about getting that emergency fund for 3 to 6 months of income. And right now it was only at $2,000. So this is gonna bring it close to $4,000, which is good, a good start, but I still need to work on it. So I'm gonna transfer these amounts over to one of these cash stuffing trackers, and that way I'll be able to have it all prepared when I get paid of how many bills I need to go get from the bank, and maybe I won't have the mishap that I had from the last time. So let me move all of these titles over, okay? I'm also going to be moving over my cash envelopes which will be grocery, gas, Lisa, and fun. All right. So now that I have that, I need to transfer over the dollar amounts of what I am supposed to be putting in each envelope. So let me just copy that really quick. I'm just getting it from right here. Actually, I probably could do like this. 25, 25, 25, 40, 20. Final step that I need to do is just figure out what bills I'm going to be pulling out when I do get paid. Janae, I will pull out 120 and a 5 to make $25. Jace, the same thing, a 20 and a 5. Boss, I'll also pull out a 20 and a 5. Household, I'll pull out 2 20s. Medical, we'll get $20. I'll just pull 120. Gingy, I will pull a 20 and a 5 to get to 25. Christmas, I'll pull out 150. Birthdays, I will pull out a 20. Car, I'll pull out a 20 and a 5 to get to 25. The same with clothing and the same with travel. For the emergency fund, I'm gonna put 2 of these $1,000 bills and leave that money in the bank and pull out a 50. Investments, I'm gonna pull out a 20. And for the dollar challenge, I'm gonna pull out 15 ones. And then we'll move on to the cash envelopes. For groceries, I'm gonna pull out 2 100s. And that's just because I don't want my small little cash envelope to be too stuffed. Gas, I'm gonna pull out a 50, a 20, and a 10. For myself, I'll pull out a 50, and for fun, I'll pull out a 50. And that's it. So we already know the dollar amounts of the cash envelopes as well as the amounts of the sinking funds. So we just need to add those together, and that'll give us a total of what we're looking for. So we have $23.90 plus $380. $27.70 should be the total of all of our cash. $27.70 should be the total of all of our cash. All right. Now we're just going to add the denominations straight down. So we have only 2 $1,000 bills for a total of $2,000. 2 $100 bills for a total of $200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 50s for a total of $250. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 20s, which will be $260. 110 for $10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 5s for $35. And then we have 15 ones, which is going to be $15. Okay, these amounts ought to add up to this $27.70. I have 2,000 plus 200, 250, 260, 10, 35, and 15. $27.70. Whew, you guys. I thought, what if it doesn't work out this time? Last time, I don't know what happened. So when I go to the bank, I'll be asking for all of these denominations except for these 2 $1,000 bills. I'm gonna use 2 $1,000 placeholders. They look like this, and I am gonna put some jewels on them so they will be a little bit more sparkly just because I like it that way. But I'm gonna put 2 of these 1,000 placeholders into that folder when I do my cash stuffing. These can also be purchased down below in my Amazon storefront if you're looking for some $1,000 or even $100 placeholders. And so I think that is everything, you guys. I feel like I'm so organized and so ready, and things have actually shifted for me in a great way, and I'm really appreciative for all the support, everybody that's watching, all the views, all the likes. It just helps my channel to grow and helps to get more information out to others that might need it. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. That'll help to push it out. Also, don't forget to comment. Let's do a secret emoji, this one, right here. If you made it to this point in the video, add that secret emoji in and subscribe because it's free. Okay, so the next video you should be seeing after this is gonna be me doing the cash stuffing for this actual layout that's already spread out for $2,770. And I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching so much. I appreciate all the support, all the love. I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.